Okay, so I thought I'd make an educational video for people in my comments like this. Granted, I don't really pay these attention, no mind at all. They don't really do anything for me. But I just thought I'd just show you guys. I know ball and you don't. But this was not me critiquing Shotzzy. This was just a comment I made at this moment in time. If you want to go back and watch this. But just talking about what Shotzzy's doing at this point in time. So right now, P4 is about to pop. Pay attention to number 2. So they get these kills and they get 2 down, like number 7's about to die. And it was about this push up from Shotzzy right here. I felt like he didn't have to go, like, it was fine that he was going catwalk. It was just like how he played it after he got here. Like, if I imagine Hydra in a situation like this, he's going prone, like he's waiting till he gets a kill before he pushes up further. I think just the flying up like that and having, like, he's thinking that they're already flying through mid, he's going to catch a timing. And I know Shotzzy likes to play with pressure, which is why I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I know he likes to suffocate teams on the map. That's how he likes to play. But let me show you like the con that it had. Because him dying here, like, people don't think it's like that big a deal. And even I said in the comment, oh yeah, whatever, he spawns it back anyway. But it's more what it does to the rest of his team. Because now when he dies, that essentially gives up a quote-unquote lane on the map. And now his teammates all have to readjust their spots. Right now, they're sitting comfy. They got 2 guys in the hill. They have a guy on the bottom. Dashy's up top. Virtually unbreakable to break this when you have a guy in the bottom and up top. Like, it's pretty OP. And then you have other people around. Now you see one guy now has to fly out the hill. So Hook has to fly off the hill. Now Dashy has to get on the hill. So now they don't have a person up top to watch mid. And since they don't, he has to watch it from like the bottom door, doesn't get to watch it from the more advantageous spot. And then one now has to watch this, so he gives up his lane over there, and 5's able to sneak by, and they actually end up breaking this because now it's just like chaos. Like, they're getting these 2 pieces, but now since everybody had to readjust, like, now a lane got left open for them to be vulnerable to a break. And that all comes from one person dying, and they all have to readjust. It's one thing if the person dies right when like the hill like pops, but yeah, so there's that. And let me play you like an ultra example. So this is the ultra example. So no scams, a full 60 on this. So you even see like their points right now. No scams. There's nothing wrong with pushing up. It's just like when you push up, bro, you got to make sure you at least get a kill. You have to at least get a kill. If you're going to push up that far, you have to get a kill because that delays the push a bit. But if you don't get a kill, it just allows them all to flood. But take a look how they just play guarantees. It is virtually impossible to stop when you have a guy up top and a guy on the hill, and you have a guy on the side, and you have a guy in top art. And look how clean this is from Ultra. Like, Optic doesn't touch this hill at all, bro. They try, but like, no matter how good you are, there's only so much there's literally only so much you could do. Like, Ultra gets this whole time, bro. They're at 118. Now they're at 160. Just soaking the time. Just soaking. And there's nothing Optic could have did. That's no scams. No one pushing up. Because if you push up and die. Not saying you can't push up. But it's more just how carelessly he pushed up. He pushed up and was not watching his back. It's almost like he didn't know any timings. Like, he didn't know they were just coming off spawn. They had the ability to come up the cat right when he was going up and just shoot him in the back. He completely ignored all of that. But he thought they were all going to spawn mid. And even though they all kind of did spawn around mid, they walked. But yeah, hope you learned something. Okay, so I'm just going to insert this in the middle of my video because I have to add this point in. I didn't want to just throw it into text. Bro, just because you win the game anyway does not mean you didn't do anything wrong, which is something you simple-minded MFers need to get out of your head and not use that as an argument. Oh, well, they won the map anyway. Oh, do. It's not about, especially when it comes to scrims, it's not about whether you just win the map. It's all about fixing mistakes, tweaking, because not every team is Miami. Not every team is going to let you make these mistakes and still win the game. Eventually, you're going to run into like an Ultra or an LA Thieves, even an Atlanta FaZe when they're actually good, that will punish you for these mistakes, especially on a P4. I'm going to judge the P4s particularly more harshly because it is the money hill of this map. Ultra literally beat Optic on this map from holding P4 2 times for basically the whole time. They held the full 60 the first time. I think they got like 40 plus like the second time. They literally won the game off of that. This is a guaranteed hill you cannot scam. You could do whatever you want on your P1s and your P2s, P3s on this map. On P4, gotta play more guarantees. Not saying he should not have pushed up the catwalk, but bro, when you push up, you gotta get a kill. Because if you don't, the whole flow is gone. The whole flow, the whole, like, all the control you had on P4, now people have to readjust. Now a lane gets left open if they sneak by the lane. Next thing you know, you don't have a controlled setup on P4. It's now chaos.